episode 6, part 2 of Storm of the Castle's developer commentary, and we're going down to kill the Wanderer and, I guess, go into the castle. So as you can see, there are more bandit camps, but they're a bit different. They have fences instead of the broken down, tall, thick fences of the ones on the higher level. I guess that's one difference in the camps. And then also there's a horse in each camp. I don't know why, it's just kind of there. It's kind of cool if the player wants to use a horse in this area, but otherwise it's kind of, there, I guess. And there's a bunch of loot chests in the middle there, but they don't have anything too important, so I'm kind of just going to ignore them. And where'd the Wanderer go? I know he spawned. He shouldn't have despawned unless... Did I not make him persistent? Oh, there he is. Well, there's one that spawned. So yeah, this is the Wanderer. And my idea for this mob was just to be, I wanted a mob to be like randomly a rare chance of spawning like all around this area. I just wanted him to maybe spawn for the player like somewhere, sometime. And yeah, the way I did that was just put his spawner in the middle up there, and have a really long spawn delay, and make him a pretty tough mob to kill. Although he's a melee mob, so it's kind of easy. And he can drop all the pieces of his diamond armor and his diamond sword, so you can like wait long enough to farm him for full diamond, but I wouldn't wait that long for that kind of mob. But yeah, he was a cool little mob concept I had, I guess. Probably could have... Yeah, Wither Skull, dang it. Stupid Wither Skulls. Why do they drop so common? Okay. So yeah, this is just another bandit camp. I'm not really gonna... Well, do I wanna... Nah. One of the chests in one of these bandit camps are trapped, or is trapped. So, yeah, that might have killed a player or two. And yeah, that's just to have a trap in this map. I didn't really put in like many traps at all in this entire map. But yeah, there are trapped chests in very select few areas. So just keep an eye out for trapped chests. There's actually another trap chest in this room over there, but it doesn't have very good loot, so I'm not gonna bother with it. And great, the ghasts. And then the loots are and the loots are symmetrical. These guys again. Okay. So I'm just gonna do this again. Oh wait, I want that up, but I want moss. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so this is the same ghasts as were in the Uphill Struggle Castle, with the bats and the wailing and the evilness. Alright, so yeah, here's like my idea of like a flaming golden sword that the player might think about, but whatever. The wither skeleton that spawned right there was also the same as in Uphill Struggle, and these are the first diamonds you get in the map, basically, and you can make a diamond sword out of it if you want to, but otherwise it's kind of just, free diamonds. I don't know. So you can either go out here to the middle area. There are invisible endermen that spawn from that spawner right there that are kind of a fun mob, I guess. But you can also head up here for getting up to the upper level, or the balcony level, quickly. There's a bat. See, he has speed on him, even though it doesn't do anything that I thought would make it so the ghasts moved faster, but it didn't really work out that way. So yeah, let me just take out these ghast spawners, because they're really annoying to listen to. But what was that? Oh, that was a ghast shooting at me. I can't hear it, so there he is. And there he is. But yeah, like with the last area, the bats really make it hard to hit the ghasts, because they move around so randomly. And this area might be a little jerky in terms of... Well, no, what am I talking about? The ghasts might get really annoying because how they blow up the sandstone, because this area is like made out of sandstone. It's gonna be kind of annoying. Did I put it? Yes, I did. I put a music disc in there for the lulz. And I think I put in something in... Yeah, put a flint and steel in that one, and then some balls of enchanting randomly in some other ones. Just some random loot, I guess. Where do I stick? Yeah, get out of here. These are actually better than my... Well, no, these have feather falling, so I want to keep those to replace it, maybe, if I lose them. Alright, let's move on. Okay. So there's another gas spawner over there because it's symmetrical. Lol. And these guys. So you notice this is a really high iron fence, and you would think that you would just dig through here, which would aggro the pigmen on you, and then they would jump over the fence because they have a huge amount of jump, and I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, I love these mobs. They're like jumping pigmen, and they'll come at you and then jump over the fence after you dig out like one of the fences. They'll see you and come after you and jump over the fence. It's so hilarious to see. Alright, so now the gases are gone, I can turn the sounds back on. Hostile creatures 15% as usual. Alright. Speed bat hanging out on the ceiling. Okay. And behind here is some pretty decent loot, I guess. There's an emerald, which is... Have I gotten an emerald in this map yet? I don't think I have. But what I did with emeralds in this map... So there's an emerald block. There's an emerald block for the victory monument, and that block is obtained via various rarely looted emeralds that you find in chests all over the place. So you kind of have to like look in some areas more than others, and you'll find you'll find emeralds. Like 1 or 2 scattered around in every, or nearly every area past this point, and you need to find 9 of them, I guess, to complete the monument, I guess. Yeah. Which is a lot different than what I could have done with emeralds, I guess. There's like the bonus monument from Ragecraft 2 I could have done, but yeah, I didn't know how to do that. There's some gravity-affected blocks for, I don't know, for people who like that, and the sand can be used to make bottles for brewing and such. And here's some raw fish and spawn ocelots in case that appeals to some players. Some wheat and cows to breed, I guess, maybe. Meh, I just kind of did some random random things to give out to the player for no apparent reason, and this little wooden bridge here is to jump down and take out the spawner, if the player so happened to want. Because invisible endermen can get annoying, so taking out their spawner is kind of nice. There's a little parkour thing with the ladders out there that basically gets you to an enchanting table, and same thing on that side, just in case you didn't find like the 5 enchanting tables before this point. But I'm not gonna go in that because there's not really much to say about that room, and I want to hurry this up because I know this castle might take longer than this episode should be. Die. Die. I know there's more on the other side, so that might be annoying. I have fire protection on my armor now, so I shouldn't be that worried about getting set on fire, but it's always nice to kill the skeleton first. Alright. Let's get in here. Should probably block off one of the sides. Die. Alright. Die. Okay, let me just block this off. Or almost block it off. Come on. Ugh. I don't usually have this much trouble on these guys. Not sure why it's causing me so much trouble this time. Die. Okay. Now I'll finish blocking this side off, so it'll basically half the amount of mobs that are coming after me. And the spawner is in the corner here. You can kind of see the spawning flames occasionally, so it's a good indicator of where to dig. And I think there might be like another spawners here or there, kind of just scattered around, and you can see this plain old smooth sandstone room that I decided not to decorate because I'm a lazy aesthetic decorator, or my aesthetic decorating is basically non-existent because I didn't have the experience to do that. So the reason I went this way is because of that, which I'll show you in a second. But first, I'll just light up these spawners that are behind here. You can see this spawner flame for a second there, so I know that they're there. I think right here is where I should be blocking up. And here is the first of a special category of artifacts that is actually really, really powerful Powerful. I get it. Can I put like a water bucket in there? I'll get under it and put a water bucket. Just to make it easier to get up and down, I guess. There we go. A redstone torch there that was creating the light that indicated that there was something in this row, and here we are. So that formation of item frames and items is supposed to be the Triforce. We got wisdom, courage, and power. Power, wisdom, courage. Power is the bow, courage is the sword, and wisdom is the helmet. Was what that's supposed to be indicating. But these are just, you know, a golden helmet, golden sword, and normal bow as like placeholders for the Triforce pieces. And this is the piece called Power. So you can see it's got Power 7 to make its name mean something. It's got Punch 5, which is like to also make its name kind of indicate what it does. So it'll punch things like crazy. It's got Flame 1 and Unbreaking X. Overwhelming Might and plus 7 attack damage. So it's basically a diamond sword if you hit stuff with it. So yeah, that's really powerful item that's part of the Triforce artifacts, basically. Which is, yeah, of course, a shout out to Zelda. And yeah, I won't be using it because I'm not allowed to use artifacts in this run. But I will hang on to it and put it in the artifact gallery as soon as I get to it. But yeah. This area was when I decided to put in the 3 Zelda-themed artifacts. Alright, so here's a maze. This is the first maze you find on the map, and I think it's, there's only 2, I think. And I know this doesn't lead anywhere, so I'm just going to block that off. And in this maze, there aren't that many spawners. There's just like a couple invisible Enderman spawners to make it a bit interesting. Yeah, see right there. And yeah, it shouldn't take you too long to figure this maze out. It's not that long. It's although you can get lost and of course not be able to find your way out. That's always an issue. But there's also some loots. There is one bit of loot in this maze that is pretty good. There's a lot of stuff in that one loot chest at a particular position in this maze. Yeah, I saw that. And there's the ladder out. I got lucky, I guess, and found the exit real quick. Well, I guess I do have experience doing this maze, so that might have helped a lot. But anyway. Yeah, this was experimenting with Seth Bling's maze filter. It basically just generates a maze for you. And I thought that was nice and easy and simple, and it might have been a good gameplay mechanic, but you know, mazes can be a bit annoying. So I did put this in. It's a maze map for the way back, so that when you go back you can basically know your way around or be able to see where you're going. And how I did this maze map is basically above this area there is lava and water that marks the paths. I think water is the path, and then lava would be where the wall is. And you can see the exit and the entrance to the maze, and you can see also the other maze, which is symmetrical, because I'm OCD. And yeah, that's how I did the maps. There's another maze map in this map. Yeah, weird. And that's later on, but yeah. I could have put the maze map at the beginning of the maze just to make it a bit easier and less you know, tedious of a area. But I don't think mazes should be too difficult for players, especially that maze, because there's like no spawners in that maze. And there's plenty of other places for mobs to spawn, so the natural spawn shouldn't be too bad either. Let me take out the spawner. Just saw the spawner flame before, so I'm not being OP for making the map, I guess. We're almost there. Okay, so there's a little waterfall there. You can kind of see the signs on top of it. I mean lava fall, not a waterfall. What am I talking about? Okay. So up here we have just a continuation of the path, completely undecorated, because, you know, yay, decoration finally. So that's a wither skull in blocks, I guess. I was thinking like of doing the wither skull in this area for the Headhunter monument, but there was already Jack the Troll, and I didn't want to put 2 in this one. So I was thinking I would put like a button on the wither skull that you would shoot with an arrow or something, and that would teleport you to an arena or something where you fight a Wither Skull dropping boss kind of thing, maybe. But that idea got scrapped with the Fleecy Mob being basically the thing that comes out of the Wither Skull. So this is the hint to the exit of the area, basically. So the entrance to the next intersection is high up behind a lava waterfall opposite of the entrance of the area. Tricky to find without this hint. I also made this hint before I put the huge glowstone arrows there, so that's also why I thought it was too difficult to leave as it was. So yeah, so I did a lot of things to make sure that the player could find their way out of this area, because otherwise it might be a bit tricky. And down here is basically the Fleecy Mob arena kind of thing. It's nice to make an indentation or some kind of inescapable hole for the player to go down into before spawning the Fleecy Mob, so that the player can't just run away and, you know, despawn the Fleecy Mob. Well, the Fleecy Mobs don't despawn because they're named and they're persistent and stuff. But yeah, running away and just like shooting at this Fleecy Mob might be, you know, stupid. So yeah, indentations or like holes for the boss fight are always welcome and stuff. And this Fleecy Mob actually has a chance to be like a little escape artist and get out of the area too easily. So, and these spawners are just bandit spawners, so I can just take these out. Are you gonna spawn for me? Huh, usually they would spawn by now. Maybe I activated this when I was going through the map. And yeah. Alright. So yeah, they're just basic bandits as you saw before, so no big deal. Boom, boom. And there's another spawner on the other side, but I find that I can activate the Fleecy Mob spawner before activating that spawner, so I'm just not going to deal with that spawner. Alright, so there's a lapis and bedrock thing right there that kind of indicates where you're supposed to stand to spawn the Fleecy Mob. So you stand here and he spawns, basically. That's a yellow Fleecy Mob, and it takes him a while to get down like far enough for you to actually fight him. But yeah, he basically spawns out of the Wither Skull painting thing, I guess I could call it. Now this guy's really annoying to fight, really, because you have to like shoot at him, he shoots at you. He has a lot of flame on his bow, so you're going to be on fire for, well, you would be on fire for a while if you didn't have fire protection. But yeah, he's on fire, he's got fire protection, so he shouldn't die from his own fire. And the yellow wool kind of complements the fire, which I liked. I think you can kill his bat, like eventually if you shoot it. I think I gave the bat like resistance or something to make it not die as quickly. But if he's far enough down, you can just run up to him and slice him. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. And yeah, he'll die, he'll drop the wool, and the bat will fly around. It's like a little flying fireball. Right. So yeah, he had really heavily enchanted leather armor to kind of nerf projectiles and, you know, make him a threatening enemy, I guess. And his bow is called Fire. I didn't really think to make this an artifact, but yeah, it's a Fleecy Mob's weapon, so might as well name it and not make an artifact. Flame 5 didn't put me on fire for very long. I'm wondering about that. Alright, and this is just, you know, the wool that's usually Unbreaking 5. Why did I give this Unbreaking 5? Oh, I think, yeah, I put it in the same chest when I was enchanting with MC Edit as the leather armor he has. So I put Unbreaking on the leather armor as well. So that's probably why there's Unbreaking on the wool. And also the same enchantments all around on the leather armor. Okay. So he's a pretty easy, pretty, you know, annoying Fleecy Mob. It's not really a, you know, a challenger or a heavy Fleecy Mob, I guess. He's just kind of a flying fireball. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that Fleecy Mob. I could have done a lot better on this boss fight, but as with all the areas like before this area, I was extremely inexperienced in building in terms of map making and stuff, so this CTM map is not my best work, or it won't be my best work for very long, I guess. So yeah, with this maze, it's a lot easier to find your way back. You can just kind of look at where you'll be going as you go. And I like how the pointer actually like follows where you're going as well. I really like how that works. So you can see where you are and where you can go, and you can see like I'll just dig this out. Oh yeah, technically it is possible just to dig your way through this maze because there's no bedrock or anything. But yeah, that's game breaking. There's zombies still following me, jeez. Alright, so if I dig through here, I should run into the loot chest. Might as well just show. Here we are. And yeah, it's really overpowered. Like ridiculously overpowered. Power 5 is awesome, and diamond sword, 5 golden apples is ridiculous. God, what am I thinking? And the exit is around here. I'll just dig through. Should be right here. There we are. So yeah, the map really helps you get through the maze or get back through the maze, so you don't have to deal with going through a maze twice, which would be annoying. And I just liked the concept of the map showing you through a maze. And I do make another map for another area later on, which I probably should have put at the start of the maze because the maze is just ridiculously huge. I'll be getting to that in the next intersection though, so yeah. This episode is probably going to be right around the length I wanted it, so that'll be nice. But right now I guess I'll be heading up towards the path to the next intersection. I probably won't stop by my chests up there until afterwards because I know there's a teleporter that I'll be able to use to get back there real quick. So hopefully I don't get poisoned by those witches. Alright. So yeah, I didn't loot like a lot of this area. I left a lot of loots in here, but I don't think I'll need that much loot for the rest of the map. Basically the extra loots that I put everywhere is to be able to accommodate almost an infinite amount of players that might want to be taking on this map at the same time. Because I've always seen CTM maps be just like a single player kind of map to play, and I kind of wanted to change that because group CTM playing is a lot more fun. And yeah, a lot of CTM maps aren't really accommodating that many players with their loot balance and mob balance, and I kind of wanted to change that. So you'll see later on I put in some more difficult mobs and a lot. And when I give like any amount of loot out, I usually give out 2 or 3 of every good loot basically to make sure that every or most of the players in a group. Wait, what am I doing? I want to go back. Ah, god dang it. Yeah, I want to make sure that every player in the group has what they would be able to deal with the mobs with running out of torches, but no matter, I probably won't need many more anyway. Yes, I have ladders, good. Okay, I think the maze map is an artifact too, I think. So I'll probably keep that on me. Well, is it? Yeah, I don't think I made this particular map an artifact, but I did make the other 2 maps in the map artifacts. So yeah. And the reason I have ladders is for this broken ladder over here, which is meant to kind of lead the player to the right path, or to, hint that they want to be going up for some reason. And some broken ladder just to add some inconvenience to the map, I guess, because this map is pretty convenient for the player. I'll just say that, I guess, because the ridiculous amount of loot and the amount of iron just everywhere. And also, I am not sure if I should mention this, but there are diamond ores located really high up in very few locations. So it is possible to have like a diamond block by the end of this area if you wanted to search really high up. And also there are emerald ores too. I think there's like 4 emerald ores somewhere up there too, which isn't like that many emeralds, but it can be like half the emeralds that you need to complete the monument if you don't even have fortune. If you have fortune, you could probably just complete the monument in terms of the metal blocks after this area. It's not even intersection 3 yet, so... Alright, so I'm gonna have to block up a couple more levels. I don't have ender pearls on me, do I? No, I usually just ender pearl this. for speed running or test running. But blocking is fine, I guess. I might run out of blocks though. Do I have many blocks? No, I don't. I have wood though, so I can always just, switch over to wood, because I have plenty of wood in other chests. I should have looted more cobblestone everywhere, because it really is everywhere. Am I almost at blocks already? Jeez. Like, almost there! Wait, what am I doing? Okay. Probably convert half these. And this should be enough to get me all the way back up, or all the way up. And there's the arrow, so I should block up like right here. And that'll be all the blocking I'll need to do. As for the path, I should probably talk about the path itself. Whoa, lava. Not the best idea to block with wood, but whatever. Oh yeah, there's redstone in this area, which I guess is like the first area that gives you a lot of redstone. You can always farm witches, I guess, but yeah, this is redstone. And here's a path that leads to the next intersection. I probably should have put in like a teleporter instead of this really long, really tedious path. But yeah, I like having a natural progression like this in the map. I don't really like the artificial teleporter methods of getting to next intersections. I can understand teleporters going like back and forth from intersections, but a teleporter from an area to an intersection is kind of like a whatever you want to call that, like story breaking or whatever. So yeah, this is a really long, tedious path to prove to you that I made the map like one area at a time and connected them manually and stuff. So, I guess next episode I'll go over the Victory Monument. Well, actually, probably do have enough time in this episode to just, have a quick glance at the Victory Monument and the miscellaneous other stuff near it. But, yeah, here's a gem trader. This guy is here to basically give you infinite gold, emeralds, diamonds. Yeah, gold, emeralds, and diamonds from iron and other materials, just in case you, I don't know, like lose every bit of diamond and emerald in the map and just have like a crapload of iron. Alright, I should probably read the signs, god dang it. Okay. So, other side of this pillar it says Victory Monument, or Wool Monument, sorry Vex. And, about time, isn't it? To finally get the Victory Monument, I guess. And you can see, this is marking the beacon, area. There's a beacon in the middle of this intersection, as well as a beacon above the Victory Monument, so that you have the speed and regen on both areas. So yeah. Reminder, only the Wool Monument is required to beat the map. Everything else here and anywhere else is optional. Everything else here and anywhere else is optional. Yeah, there's like a clay monument in one of the later areas for the lulz, I guess. But yeah, if you want to completely complete the map, you'll want to complete all these side monuments. I'll show them now, I guess. Okay. So this is the Head Hunter Monument. There's the Head of the Phil the Filthy, Jack the Troll, King Ganon, and Sneaker Peek of the Creeper. Love that name. Yeah, I haven't gotten this one or this one yet. And each of these heads will be in the transitional areas between intersections, which is kind of like a nice pattern thing I could have pointed out. And here's a little secret challenge. Get Phil the Filthy into the zombie disco. If you remember where Phil the Filthy is, he's like near the exit of the freaking water temple. And it is possible to get Phil the Filthy and like lead him into the zombie disco from there. It's pretty hard and takes a while, but you can do it, and it's pretty hilarious to see Phil just messing around with the zombie disco. Freaking hilarious. Alright, and here's another side monument I haven't mentioned yet. Is the TheLesterBros monument, for obvious reasons. Head of Juggles and Head of Smeagolo. These are two endgame, basically, heads that you can find later in the map. And then of course here's the Wool Monument. Get all the wools. And then there's the iron block, gold block, diamond block, and emerald block, which is a new addition that I put in this particular map. I might not do it in later maps so that I can do other things with emeralds similar to the Ragecraft 2 approach. Now the artifact gallery is here. Stained glass came out like when I was building this, so yeah. Back to Wool Monument. This is the armor gallery. You can see there's set armors that can be here, and then like single items from armor. And yeah, you can see the blocks kind of indicate where you find them and kind of like the color of the item. Probably should put stairs here instead of these blocks. Ugh. Forgot. Yeah, this was like one of the last things I built, so I might have forgotten to add things to this. And this is the weapon gallery, so you can see just, you know, where the weapons would be. This was something I ironically forgot to add, and I had to update to I had to update the 1.2 version of the map release to have this in here. This is the bow of memory. I'm not sure if it's the bow of memory or the bow of memories. Forgot which one it was. God, why do I forget everything about the bow of memory so ironically? Okay, so yeah, here's all the weapons that I'll be collecting eventually. There's the Oddball and the Bane of Existence. These two are kind of like special weapons, I guess. This one is like the most powerful weapon you could possibly ask for in any CTM ever, which I'll get to when I actually collect it, which it is in the last area, so it'll be a while. And here's the miscellaneous gallery, which includes the maps, which I guess I didn't put in this maze map in, but here's the Fear maze map and the completed Waterbreakers Ocean map, which I'll be talking about later. And here's Rockbane, the Mountain's Foe, so this also includes tools, basically. Yeah, the Rockbane is from various Vex maps, I guess. I did add some artifacts from Vex maps, and here's some potions artifacts that you find both of these potions in the same area, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. And here's the Triforce monument, basically. Wisdom, Power, and Courage. So that's going to be a diamond helmet, it's going to be a diamond sword, and that's going to be the bow I have on me. So I can actually put this on right now. Power. Yeah. And that's about the best Triforce you can do with Minecraft blocks. So, yeah, I like this room. It could have been decorated better on the sides and such, but I'm not aesthetically experienced to do that kind of stuff. I just like the Triforce, and I like the I probably could have put the item frames like on each of the Triforce pieces. I probably should have done that, whatever. But yeah, I like how that turned out. So yeah, that's the artifact gallery, basically. And I'll probably do a ton of things off video. Actually, there's a couple more things I want to do on video, and that's to show. Yo, dog. I heard you like chests. So put a bunch of chests in your chest so you can put chests in your chest. Yay! Yeah, that's a funny little thing, I guess. Brand new base supplies, which is the same as underneath the intersection 2. Well, I think there's a couple differences. But yeah, that's there to maybe if you wanted to build a base here, you can. And here's lulz in a box. It's basically just a bunch of funny base kind of things. So you can see there's music discs you can play and stuff, and there's jack-o'-lanterns and chiseled stone stuff and this bling. And then TNT if you want to blast like a hollowed out base through there. God, I got these weird hiccups. Ugh. Here's a jukebox for ya. And Bruce Wayne. I love this. So you spawn him and he's got the name Bruce Wayne. Batman, Bruce Wayne. And some weird not lit area, whatever. But yeah, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, it's kind of like Flapperdirt from Inferno Mines, basically, but my touch on him, or my take. And the last thing, or the second to last thing I want to show this episode is the farm, which I'll probably be storing most of my stuff in these chests over here because I'm lazy. Here's an ender chest with my stuff on it. Probably want to put the wool in there. And yeah, here's a free axe for you to chop down the trees you might be growing here. Here's a netherwort farm. You'll find netherwort in dangerous areas because I didn't want to give it out for free here. There's a mushroom farm back there if you really want it. And those chests have mushrooms in it for you to start them out. Lots of glowstone everywhere. And that sugar cane is here. It's kind of like my way of giving out a bunch of sugar cane to start up a farm. I think it's more fun than just putting the sugar cane in a chest or something. So yeah, that's there for you to start up a sugarcane farm for whatever reason. Here's some trash can similar to the free base at the first intersection. And here's some startup farm seeds and stuff. Free redstone for farming contraptions, and a bunch of hoppers for you if you want to, you know, mess with stuff. Yeah, I wasn't exactly a redstone genius, so I kind of just gave you what I would think would be supplies for making whatever you would want there. Here's where you would get get your own enchanting table. It's got all the books you would need, and you could put torches to block the bookcases for lower level enchantments. And of course, the enchantment update of 1.8 is probably still going to work for this map because there are a bunch of decorative lapis blocks everywhere. So should have enough lapis to be able to enchant well enough for that. Here's the animal farm. So I have fenced off areas here for like cows, and I give out the spawn eggs for you. And here's some wolf spawn eggs you can use if you want. You have a name tag, so you can name your wolf buddy. But make sure you tame the wolf with before like running away after spawning them, because a freshly spawned wolf that isn't tamed will despawn. So be careful of that. And same thing with the ocelots here, which I also give out there. And here's a pig, and then mushroom. Basically just every animal you could possibly ask for. And here is the ocelot taming room, which you need like a 7x7 space or something to tame an ocelot. So this is here for that, and then you can just come back out here to store the ocelot. And these slabs are on top of these chests to they're actually here to prevent the cats that get tamed from sitting on the chests and being a bother. And you can find horse eggs in dangerous areas. And here's a bunch of saddles and lasso or leads for you. Here's the chicken bastille because of those sneaky little buggers. Yeah, chickens they used to, I think, just escape from every prison you pretty much gave them. So this is just like a little joke to prevent chickens from getting out. And here's your instant cooker. It's got Fire Aspect 3 and +4 attack damage, which is basically going to be like a one hit, plus the flame damage is going to kill most of these animals. So that'll instantly cook the meat that you get off the animals, which I thought was a nice little thing to add, and the thing's not going to break ever. So I probably could have put like looting on it to make it a little bit better, but whatever. This is a sheep-free zone. If you find one, don't panic, just call an exterminator. So yeah, no using sheep wools for the monument. That's basically saying. So yeah, that's the farm. I think it's a pretty nice farm just for the player to settle down in if they need to farm at all, because loots are pretty much all you really want in this map, or all you could possibly want in this map. And one last thing I wanted to throw in this episode is the teleporter back to intersection 2. That's the last thing I want to do. So I think with the ladder I can just, I need blocks. Yeah, I usually just use ladders and blocks to get up to that teleporter. And yeah, it's a nice little thing there, I guess. I mean, I could like make a fancy, tunnel or something from the teleporter down to this area, but I'm usually too lazy for that. So yeah, I'll just do this and then end the episode. Okay, so we'll dig out that one. Make this so I don't fall off. Yeah, I usually safe this up because I know I'm going to be coming back and forth a few times, or quite a few times. Alright, maybe like right there. Then I can make this. And let me put that. Die. Right there. Then I can just ladder up. You're still gonna have to jump to do that. I might want to put like a stone brick behind it or something, so that I can put a ladder there or something. I don't know. So yeah, here's a teleporter. It's got lava under it, so that you can't teleport here prematurely without being dunked into the lava. Even though I do supply fire resistance potions before this teleporter, so it is possible just teleport here with fire resistance. But I wouldn't think the player would go that far to just skip an area or two just to get to this intersection prematurely. And your sign, just don't forget to cover the lava, you silly niblets. Just in case some people forget to cover the lava before the teleport. Because you never know. Some players might do that. Maybe one more ladder. And then it should be good to go. Just make sure I don't overshoot the climbing, I guess. And there we are. Probably put a rail here, being overly careful. and you can have a pretty good view of the intersection from here. The lava under there, nice simple decoration and ceiling. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the glass in this, and then the last area, the Master Rings of Flame, are kind of there to prevent rain from being annoying if it starts raining, and it, it's just blocking the roof, I guess. But it still lets light down, so that's nice. Probably shouldn't have put that there because of lag issues or something. But to intersection 2, this teleports you here, and this is a diving helmet or a respiration 3 helmet. And here's some blocks that you can use to get out. It's kind of hinting at how you get out here. And there's the little indentations here for this. You drop the water down. And then you can, what I do is just put ladders. And block that. And then ladder my way out of here. And then I take a while to put dish here. Actually, can I just put ladders like along here? Is that gonna break them? Okay, it seems to be working. Alright, sweet. I can do this. That's easier than making like an upward tunnel through that. And this is just basically in a random place under the water of intersection 2, so that you're not likely to find it randomly at all. Like if you find this prematurely, you're like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? Why are you exploring like underwater like that? Alright. And then this is why I put this path here, so I can go from there to here. And yeah. Should probably finish this ladder. And as soon as I finish this ladder and wrap up, I guess I'll end the episode there. Put that like right there, and then that, and that. Because why not? Is that good? Alright, so what I'm gonna do off video is transport all of my crap to the Victory Monument, because that's gonna be my base for the rest of the map, as usual in a CTM map. This the Victory Monument is usually the place you would store your stuff and all that junk. So yeah, I'll see you next time for episode 7 of Storm the Castle's developer commentary, in which I'll be taking on Little Big Castle. That's gonna be fun. Ugh.